Yep.
You sure about that?
Last time I was in this car, I had to push.
I don't know. If you want to just follow.
Hey, YouTube land, Josh here from the Jside. Friday. I had to move. Oh, there was bees up there, all over my deck. So apparently, my newest thing is cheating on these cheat sheets. I'm old, I don't sleep much, and I need a little help sometimes remembering what to put on here, what to talk about. First off, today we have to talk about Red Rocket and what's going on with this car. It's taken so long to get it going. It's getting frustrating here. I want to start off by saying every time I move an inch closer, I take 20 feet backwards. But we're still plugging away on it. It's still moving. Jside did some stuff on his stuff. He works on it every day but doesn't put videos up. Someone comment on his stuff and tell him to post videos, because I'm sick of doing these all by myself. Anyway, I don't even know if I talked about this yet. I ended up ordering a brake master cylinder because the brakes just wouldn't bleed out. And I ordered a 76 Ford Maverick manual master cylinder. And in 76, they didn't have drum brakes anymore in the front. They were all disc. So I ordered that. I put it in. I had to double up some adapters because the lines weren't even close. Found out that the master cylinder in there was a rebuilt once I got it out. Other than the height, it fit great. I went to the parts store and just got a couple adapters to neck it to the right size. I didn't cut lines, just bolted in. I bled it. Done. Works. It worked. Okay, so now we have brakes. I don't know if we talked about big tires. I'll put another picture here in case you weren't listening. We stuck the tires that were on the Murderino. None of you know that car yet. He said yet. Got the tires on. Oh man, he just soaked me. He's been in the creek. Got tires and wheels on. Got brakes working. I actually ended up running wheel spacers in the rear, like a 5/16 wheel spacer to kick out the wheels just a hair because they were really close to the leaf springs with the big tires on it. It's not even that big of a tire. It's a 255, but they're on Crown Vic wheels, and it just got way too close. I had to trim off a bracket on the bump stops for the rear end because that completely buried into the tire. But it looks good now. So we got brakes. We got did some tinkering. Got a little annoyed that I can't check the timing on it because I got the wrong water pump. I bought a aluminum water pump for a 60s something 302, and it actually sits lower on the deck height, so my pulleys don't fit, and the depth's weird, and it's just a funky water pump. I bought it from Summit. I didn't put in an application. It hit 302 small block forward, and it came up, and I bought it. It's the right direction, if you're gonna ask, and it kicks out the passenger side, so it's a pre-70 water pump. As far as I know, it's the only ones that did that. Unfortunately, the balancer is a 70 or 71, so the timing pointer is rotated back at like 11 o'clock instead of over at like 1 o'clock where they normally are. So the water pump sits over top of it and you can't see it. And I could put another style on there, drill a hole in the timing cover and bolt it up for the newer style, but then the balancer won't work. We may end up getting a different balancer. Anyway, so I made that guy. Did some tinkering and some bending and cutting of some round stock, and it came out good. So what I did is I got a flashlight and I crawled in there and I put it at 12 degrees because that's where I ran my other motor. And this car seemed to like it, so I put it at 12. I set that marker and I put a mark on the dampener so I know that's 12 degrees. I can go up or down but I have a rough idea where I'm at just by that. Eventually we're probably going to order a Moroso timing tape or comp cams or something just to put around there so we can get a better timing on it. But it's closer. It's still running funky. The carb came from Chevelle Paul, and he had switched the air bleeds around, and he suggested putting them back. So I did. It ran worse. Checked the idle air, the four corner idle circuit, and those were way off. So I tinkered with those, and it's not getting better. So there's a lot of tuning left to do. But this takes us to our next couple problems. Started the car up, took it for a drive, came back, and it decided it didn't want to go in third gear. Unfortunately, I had already ordered this thing. Actually, you know what? Pause. Hey YouTube, Josh here. Yes, it's that game. It's our favorite game. It's called What's in the Box. Intro to game show sounds or something. Let's see what we got today. I can tell you I ordered it yesterday. Kind of amazed it showed up so fast. I'm gonna say thank you to Summit Racing. Open. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh man! Sailboat fuel! Oh, that one's empty. I want a refund. Got some kind of little tiny flyer. Not even a catalog anymore. It's like the third order without a catalog. How cheap are you getting, Summit? Alright, what is that? Oh, it's a Moog. Yeah, look at that. Outer tie rod for a Ford Maverick. Only cause, you know, keeps it from shaking and wandering. It's kind of cool. We got more stickers that we're not going to use. Yeah, pretty cool. Oh, what is this thing? Are you ready? What is that? Let's open it up. Oh. What is that? Can anyone guess what that is? Yeah, that's a new shifter for something. Look at that. That was pretty sweet. I'm just gonna slip over to another video here of me making something fun for that. Right there. We're gonna do. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I want to get this shifter mounted up to see if it works. There's a little car show coming up. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. Went to the store, I bought some of these. What they are is just some kind of zinc coated spacer. So what I'm going to do, if I can assemble this by hand, so I'm going to take the small one, slide it in there. I'm going to weld it to that. I'm going to weld this to the mount, and it's going to slip fit somehow like that. And I'm going to drill a hole in it, and then there'll be a plate up here so that I can just pull the pin out, pull the shifter right out of the car. Now, depending on how easy it is to take the cable off, I may order another cable and make another one of these mounts for that car tucked in the corner over there, so I can alleviate two bad shifters with one, because I can only drive one car at a time. So I'm going to see what I can come up with. I don't even know if this bar stock that I got is the right width. I'm guessing it's not going to be, because that's my luck with things. If it's not, I'll do some digging and find something. Let's bring this guy back. Yeah, right. So pretty. So pretty. Alright, so thoughts are Oh, that's gonna fit. All right, I'm gonna fast forward and just take some stillies, and then we'll talk. So all that worked out good. I drilled a hole in the tunnel. I may get some footage of that later. I ran into some issues in the Ford Maverick that the brace on the inside of the tunnel is right where the cable's got to go. So I can't get in it with the headers in it and the tranny in it. So I sawzalled a notch out of it to clearance that cable a little bit, but it didn't work out very well, so I have to do more. Like I cut a bigger notch in it. Later, when the motor has to come back out, assuming that it might still need third gear, we don't know. I'm just going to cut that out and put a piece of pipe in there for the cable to go through, and I'll weld it up and put a strap over the front of it and weld it. Obviously, there'll be a video of that later. But for now, I got some more tinkering to do. But look at it. Doesn't it look great? So good. After that, let's talk about transmission. Let's just skip to that video too. Alright guys, sorry for the hoarseness. I got a really raging sore throat. Ooh. Anyway, we left off last time with the Maverick leaking tranny fluid. Ugh. Out of that guy. No bueno. Shouldered bolt. Sliced a hole in the side of the pan. So we have a new toy. It was cheap. Real cheap. We had to order it from the local parts store. Look at that. Why did I wait? It's got a drain. It's chrome. And it doesn't leak. Yet. New transpan. Let's see how it works out. Hopefully it goes in nice and tight. Got a new... Ooh, sore throat hurts. One of those. And a whole bunch more tranny fluid. So, yeah. Hopefully it works out. Alright, so got that done. Worked out fine, doesn't leak. Ran an issue with bolts being too long. Had to go to the store and buy some more. Anyway. I think that's it. Let's stop talking about this car and let's go straight into car shows. Yeah, we went to one. Spenceport, New York, for the Canal Festival, Canal Days thing. They do a little car show, and we took the Merc. Yep, and as you can tell, there's just stuff showing up here. I have to say, my favorite car was this guy. I love Cougars, man. So classy. Such a pretty car. How about this guy? You ready for this? Look at that. That was a homemade body diesel, no plates on it, really sketchy. Yeah, they had a shoelace on the fuel regulator thingy. Anyway, after that, we went to the drag strip. Lancaster, New York. See the little sign there? And those two people are so happy because they're at a drag strip. Chevelle Paul needed to go get some parts for his car from a racer guy, and that's his car right there. I don't remember what he ran. It was fast. It's an 1/8 mile track, so nobody's really ripping. Top speed was probably 170 miles an hour, 180, something like that. There was fast cars, like these guys. I mean, you can see some of these. Yeah, I'm gonna have a moment of silence. You want to hear something? Pretty awesome, right? One of the coolest things I saw was this guy. Now I like detail and stuff, and this guy had super cool smiley face welded on his pipes, on his zoomies, and it was pretty awesome because you took the second to do it. That's cool. That's the rest of the car right there. Yeah. How about that one? Look at that one. So anyway, we were standing about half track at one point, and the big boys went by. Yeah, so that thing blew out my eardrum, and I ended up super sick and messed up. That hurt a lot. So wear ear protection when you go to a track that doesn't have barriers between you and the cars. We were half track. That thing went by at 160 miles an hour. Screaming. Whew. Anyway. Yeah. Other than some random... Here, I'll just show it over here. See that? Some random dirt bike stuff about the track. We really haven't really talked about the track. Yeah, I've talked about it. We haven't actually gone out there and done a hot lap. I may fire up the GoPro later and do some hot laps. Maybe with the kids in front of me or behind me or... Maybe behind me. I'm going to be creative about this. We're going to come up with something fun. Next week's video, I promise you, we'll have some ATV, dirt bikey. We'll have something up there off-road. But until then, it's next week we got to talk about Syracuse. Big show.